Hello friends, this is Kylie with Kiwi Crafts Co. and today we're going to be looking at all of these spreads in my 3 planners for this week. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I realized last video I didn't quite stay in frame for this video very well, so I'm going to try and stay in frame this time. So I'll just be checking every once in a while, and I am so excited because I'm now using the new cover for my daily grind system, and she is so pretty. I love the green and then the metal discs that they provide, and I did go ahead and consolidate a lot of the pages, so I have pretty much everything in the purple orange system that I originally got from my mystery box, and I'm just keeping a month at a time inside the actual planner that I'll be taking to work with me. And I'm just so excited to show you guys this week's layout and spread. So we're going to actually go ahead and start off with my daily grind planner. I hope you guys have been enjoying this type of series because, as I mentioned in my last one, plan with me's are just a little too time consuming for me, and it's been taking away the enjoyment of creating a spread. So I just go and create my spreads for the week and then just kind of plan the follow-on weeks, because I just kind of zone in whenever I'm decorating my planner and watching other YouTubers' videos on my iPad in front of me. So this is just working a lot better for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the last video where I showed you guys the inside of my planners and the spreads for that week. So I think I'll be doing this just moving forward because it just takes so much time off of my shoulders, and with my Etsy shop doing really well, I'm just so thankful for all the customers that have bought from this last release on the 9th. I'm just blown away by all the support, and I need that time to be able to fulfill orders. So that's just me rambling, but let's go ahead and get into the daily grind system that I'm using and just making sure I'm in frame. Okay. So again, the changes for this week, we have this really beautiful cover that I picked up, and I'm just obsessed. I also love the gold accents and details because I am not a silver girly. I love gold, so I'm really happy to see the gold details. And I did also add in the next 4 months page here just so I can see the quarter at a glance, which is really nice. And I need to go in and write any important dates, but this is strictly going to be for work. So this won't really have anything like birthdays, anything like that. It'll be mainly events for work, any deadlines I have coming up for our big projects that we do during the year. So that's what this page will be for. And we are going to flip to this week. And I did do a Juneteenth inspired spread for this coming week. And as you see, I have already worked my hours for the day. Actually, I worked an extra hour because I got caught up in a task. And I just put it on a sticky note here because I wanted to show you guys the layout before me writing in it. And I am also including these half sheet grid papers that I picked up from the daily grind because this is going to be my to-do list for the week, because this just helps me action out what I need to get done that week, because a lot of what I do is based off of a set timeline that we have to meet. So this is just going to work really well for me, because the only thing that I noticed with the daily grind system is that there's not really an area to write a to-do list unless you count the don't forget. But a lot of what I do is not something that gets completed in one day. It's stuff that I wait on other departments or other leadership to make decisions and approve to move forward. So I needed something where I could write down the actions that I'm working on and then just move it week to week or just rewrite it week to week. So I have a couple of these half sheets in here, and I'll go ahead and take it out so I can show you the full spreads. And another thing I added for this week is my scripts for my schedule, because I do have a lot of these left over from Orange Umbrella Co. that I had gotten years ago. And I figured I'm going to use this page here, the beginning sheet for the week, to notate my hours that I work, because like I said, while I am salary, I do have to track this every single day. And then I used some summer florals from Kellofaplan. She did include some Juneteenth inspired florals in her new summer floral sticker book, so I did go ahead and pull those. And she also had Juneteenth stickers in her summer icons book that she released. So I wanted to pay homage to Juneteenth and celebrate that in my planner, and what better way than in my daily grind, because a lot of this planner is for functionality and I do need a lot of the space, but I did want to also add some deco as well. And I love how this page turned out. I did pull some markers that I have that coordinates with the Juneteenth color scheme of red, yellow, green primarily is what I pulled, and you'll see that color combo consecutively for every single day. And I did also order some custom scripts from Carly Plans, and guys, I am obsessed because they come on transparent sticker paper, which I thought would be perfect because it'll still show up wherever I have highlighted or used a marker to color in the boxes. And just look at how beautifully they fit. And I really love this font that she used. And I actually did a little bit of, what's the word, like surgery on these, because the workday review, project progress, and organized task actually came on top of each other. It wasn't the words right next to each other. So I went ahead and used my gyro cut just to kind of cut out the workday and review and separate them and just line it up here so that it created just one line instead of having it on top of each other. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if it does, but I love how that looks, and that just saves me time and cramping in my hand to not have to write out every single item for my goals. So what I have established for my new goals for the rest of June is going to be top 3, where I will notate here to refer to the top 3 movers today, because these are the top 3 actions that I want to get done that specific day. I then have workday review, where I spend about 10-15 minutes when I first get into the office and get settled in and just kind of see what I have on my calendar and start adding in some focus time blocks on my calendar. That way it silences any email notifications, Teams messages, any sort of distractions, so that way I can focus on a specific task, which I will identify in that focused time block. And then I have project progress, because like I said, a lot of what I do, it doesn't really get done in just one specific day, which is both frustrating but also good at the same time. It's frustrating because I'm waiting on other people to be able to get things completed, and then it's a good thing because if it's in somebody else's court, it's not delayed because of me. So pros and cons of, not being able to complete something in one day. So this is just going to be where I write down maybe what do I need to do to move forward on a project that I'm working on, that I'm held for, or is waiting on me to move on to the next step. And then I have follow-up, because I deal with contracts. So if I sent out a contract for signature, have I gotten that signature back? If I haven't, I'm going to send a follow-up email to my supplier and say, hey, I haven't seen this back. Have you had a chance to review? So that way I'm keeping up to date on things that I don't have back from my suppliers or other departments, and follow up on stuff that is just waiting on somebody else. So that's my specific actionable task to follow up. And then movement. So I obviously sit and or stand a lot at work, but not a lot of actual movement. So what can I do to ensure I move at work? So setting a goal of walking like 2,000-3,000 steps while I'm at work. Has that happened? Not really, but something that I'm working towards, which is why it's in here. And then hydration, so drinking at least 32 to 50 ounces of water while I'm at work, so that way I make sure I'm getting my water for the day. Organized tasks, where I look at my to-do list. Is there anything on there that is not relevant anymore? Did I maybe already complete it like randomly 2 days ago and I just maybe forgot to mark it off? And then look and see what else I have going on or coming up and just organize that on my to-do list. Daily wins, because I work in a very stressful environment and a stressful job, so I want to make sure I'm writing down something good that happened that day while at work, so that way I'm also focusing on the positive things. And then plan ahead, so this will happen more towards the end of the day where I'm winding down, just kind of closing out some emails, actions, smaller actions, and plan ahead, like look again at my to-do list for my organized tasks and workday review, and what items did I get completed and what items do I need to move on to a next step, and write that step down. And then focus score. This is going to be a rating for myself of 0 to 5 of how good my focus was for that day, because some days I am not all there like mentally to be able to handle the day. So how was my mindset and focus for that day? Was it good? Was it decent? Was it better in the morning or was it better in the afternoon? Just rating myself based on how well I focused. So that is a quick little overview of all of my goals for the month that I will just be moving forward and doing every single day and progressing towards every single week to progress for the overall month. Because that is, I think, the core of the daily grind system of small things you can do every day to work towards your overall goal for the month. And I added in some of the Juneteenth summer icon deco from Kellofaplan, and I did cover up this entire section here with some sticker paper and whiteout. That way I could focus more on the deco side here, because I don't use the time block that is on this side of the page. The Daily Grind did just also release a new layout for their daily inserts, which I have not picked up yet because I have a lot of these that I just got. So I want to go through these first before trying out their new layout, but I am absolutely loving this. I'm now kind of finding my groove and how I like to structure these pages. So I am really happy with how these pages turned out. And then use some highlighter here to notate my top 3 movers of the day, which again is going to be my top 3 for the day. And then use some boxes for the To Feel Amazing I Will section and Grateful and Excited for, and just using some colored dots here for Don't Forget. And I did white out, if you can see, I did white out the dots that were in the middle of every single one that I have here, because that way I have 2 rows to be able to write stuff out. So if I show you guys here, this is how it's laid out. You have a dot like right on top of each other, but I wanted to make it more suited to what I wanted to use it and how I wanted to use it. So this is, I think, going to be my format going forward. And I just love these pages. Like I said, I'm starting to find my groove in using the Daily Grind daily inserts, and I'm so happy with how this week turned out. So here is Tuesday. Again, use some markers here to do the red, yellow, and green theme for Juneteenth. And use some more of the florals from the Summer Florals collection and the Juneteenth deco from the Summer Icons. So a lot of these pages are going to be structured the same way. Obviously, it depends on what deco I have to work with for this corner here, but everything else is going to flow the same. Then here is Thursday and Friday. And For the boxes here, there wasn't a lot of square boxes, and honestly I didn't even think to go look through my Roy G. Biv stickers. So what I ended up doing was taking a longer vertical box and cutting it in half and just kind of layering it on top of each other, so that way it just looks like a square. So some of these are a little bit bigger and or smaller than the other because I just kind of did it. I didn't really measure anything. I just cut the box in half and just stuck it on here. I love that I was able to use those vertical boxes because I don't use a vertical planner, so I'm still getting use out of those boxes. And I think I decorated, yes, this week in review page, which is just a reflection of the end of the week. So what was my progress with this month's goals, my focus and daily routine, my overall mood and happiness, my nutrition and water intake, and then my workouts and daily movement, which I'm not really tracking my workouts in here, but I am tracking daily movements. So of course my goal of 2,000 to 3,000 steps while I'm at work, because I don't do a lot of moving. So this I will just rate myself at the end of the week based on how I did. Yeah, so that is my daily grind planner. I am in love with these pages. I don't know how many times I've said that, and I'm just excited that I'm now finding how I like to structure these pages and make it work for me. So that is the daily grind. All right, now moving into my Skinny Classic planner. Just make sure it's in frame. I used a printable from Crafty Planner Queen. This is from her Printables Club, so this is only exclusive to the Printables Club group on Instagram, where every Tuesday she will give us a new printable that she created, and it doesn't include the boxes and checklists. Those I make myself. So based off of the theme from the sticker sheet that she gives us, I just create some coordinating boxes because of course I need things to be functional. So that is what works for me. I just kind of pull the colors from whatever the deco is on the sheet. And I used some Orange Umbrella Co. scripts that I have for the to-do. I created this brain dump sticker and then the YouTube and Instagram. So just tracking my daily to-dos and notating when I want to upload and or film videos for the week, and also keeping track of my YouTube and Instagram stats. So not very much with this one because I've already found how I like to set up these pages. So it's going to look pretty much the same week to week. It'll just vary based on the deco that I use and how I structure my pages. But I am obsessed with the calming vibes of the green and the tan because last week was just so stressful for me, and I needed something a little bit more calming to look at for my Etsy shop and my social media tracking. So I love how this turned out and love the calming, relaxing vibes. Okay, that is my Skinny Classic. And now don't make fun of me, you guys, because okay, so this is my classic size planner. This is the Kellofaplan Dashboard Layout 2025 planner. And you know how I said that I kind of just get into my groove and watch videos as I'm decorating and just kind of zone in? Well, I kind of zoned in a little too much because I didn't realize what I was doing until I finished my spread for this coming week. So if we look at my last week's, this is using the Amy Plans Things printables for the month of June. I have this left over from my creative journal spread that I created, and I love how this came together. And I moved on to the next page, and it's upside down. I was so sad when I discovered that it was upside down, and I really love what I used, and I couldn't flip it over until obviously we were in this week, but I done goofed. Like, look at how pretty this is. I used a kit from Raven Moon Creates. I absolutely loved the kit that I picked up. This is a strawberry themed kit, and she also includes some dates. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those are all from Raven Moon Creates. And I love how she alternates the colors because you know me, I'm not a fan of the same colors kind of right next to each other. And I did pull some dates from my Dated Basics from Kellofaplan. I don't remember specifically which one. And I love how this page turned out. And I really loved how this page turned out until I went to put it back in my planner and I'm like, wait, that doesn't work. And I'm like, oh no. Like I just got way too into it once I was putting down these strips here and was so sad. But I don't know if I want to hole punch it here because then I have this side that's hole punched as well. So not sure what I want to do. I may just like leave it and I don't know. I need to figure out what I want to do because I love how it looks, but I'm just so sad. Yeah, so that's what I get for zoning in and just kind of not even stopping to check and see what I was doing. So I used some checklists, headers, hexagons, and other boxes from Kellofaplan's latest dots and checklists collection that she just released, and then the headers and hexagons came from the latest hexagon sticker book and the headers sticker book. This one, I'm not sure where I picked it up from. These two may have been from a Roy G. Biv sticker book. I really just had everything sprawled out trying to find some boxes that coordinated. And then I thought this doll from Kira Silas & Co. just matched and fit so beautifully because of course the theme is strawberries and this bag says fresh start. So I'm like, you know what, that matches beautifully and I love how she fits in this space here that I had left to fill because I didn't know what I wanted to put there, and so I just went flipping through the dolls that I have and just love how she fits. And then I also used a quote from Kellofaplan, you don't have to be perfect to be amazing, and I have zero complaints about this spread aside from, you know, my little boo-boo there of flipping that upside down. So I need to figure out what I want to do because obviously I need it inside my planner and not hanging just loosely in here, but yeah. So I need to figure out what I want to do. And look, I actually did some layering. I'm so proud of myself. I took this little piece of sticker for layering and I put this basket of strawberries on top and look at how cute it looks. If you guys have seen any of my past videos, you know that I struggle with like the alcohol marker swatch stickers and those types of layering elements because I don't know how to use them properly. But this one, I'm so proud of myself. I love how that turned out. And then I also included some Bill Do stickers because like I did for last week, I want to start tracking what I have coming out every single week, which this week is kind of a lot. So I bought a lot of stuff 2 weeks ago, and with the way that Shop Pay and Afterpay works, it's like every 2 weeks you make your payment. And yeah, I have a lot that's coming out this week, but it is pay week, so thank goodness for that because I'm a little broke now. So I used some payday scripts from Orange Umbrella Co. These Bill Do stickers are from my shop. And then I have Juneteenth and First Day of Summer here. This is from Kellofaplan's. Oh man, what sticker book? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Like, I have so many sticker books of hers. It's so hard to keep track of what I pulled from because my crafting area just became a mess of me just like flipping through books trying to find what I wanted to put on here. But love it nonetheless. And if you know where those came from or where you can find them, then just drop them in the comments below. And then finished off with my habit tracker sticker, which I did pretty good for the most part last week. The only thing is my no spend. I just don't know how to not spend money every single day. So at this point, it's just kind of written on there, and definitely don't mark that off because I spend money either on coffee in the morning or at the little market that they have at work where we can get snacks and soda, water, that kind of stuff. So sometimes I'll go down there because I want something sweet. So or DoorDash myself lunch to work because I'm really bad about meal prepping and taking a lunch to work. So my no spend is just kind of there every week as a reminder that I probably shouldn't spend money, but I spend money every single day anyway. But yeah, anyway, that is besides the point. But I love how this came out. Just really sad about this. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I need to put it in here somehow. But yeah, I'm just obsessed with how this came together. And that is it for my Before the Pen spreads and all of my planners for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have really been enjoying doing this because it just takes so much stress off of me and feeling like I have to film all the plan with me's, edit them, upload them to YouTube, create the thumbnail, and then obviously post it on Instagram as well. So this just takes some time off of my shoulders and stress off my shoulders because I don't want this channel to bring me stress. I obviously do it to share content with you guys, and I really enjoy just doing that and not making it seem like a chore or a job, because the minute that starts to happen, then I know I will just like spiral down and not want to film anything. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then definitely hit that like button, and if you are not subscribed, definitely encourage you to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any future uploads. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I love engaging with you guys in the comments. My last video for my creative journal, you guys all were commenting, and that just makes me so excited. Honestly, regardless of how many views it gets, I just love engaging with you guys and seeing how excited you are to see what I created. So that just makes me so happy. And yeah, so that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!